Welcome to Basscast Radio, bringing you the best in local and national news in bass fishing, as well as interviews with some of the best anglers from all over the U.S. With your host, Brian Carter, and Hank the Bass Geek. Sponsored by Wildware America, Z-Bait Company, Missile Baits, Battleborn Batteries, Conrad Brothers Marine, Taylorman's Custom Lures, Vertical Lures, and Lynchburg Arms and Indoor Shooting Range.
All right, guys, we are back with another great episode of Basscast Radio with my co-host, the Bass Geek. What is happening, brother?
What's up, peeps?
What is going on, my man?
Oh man, finally getting to get out on the water.
It's awesome.
A little bit of ledge fishing. Got a video coming out today, Wednesday. I know you guys normally hear this on a Thursday.
That's true.
But you know, I'm not going to give away any spoilers, but just understand I've probably pissed off a lot of the ledge fishing community by talking about this particular bait. I brought it up in several live streams to other people, and they are always like, "Shh, don't talk about that."
Sometimes when you get famous, Bass Geek, you gotta spill the juice, man.
I spill it. I don't keep nothing secret. That's why nobody will fish with me.
It's like we're waiting on the hate mail to start coming in from backstage fishing. I mean, that's what the whole thing is, behind the scenes at tournaments and spilling the beans on what really happened.
Oh, so by the way, I may have a news bomb here. I don't know if you've got it up on the website. Have you seen the latest MLF bomb that they dropped?
Yes.
Like 6 anglers
are
not going to make it. You know, they said that it's, they can't say, which is a legal term for they got the COVID. They got the Rona. So probably is what's happening.
Yeah.
I didn't even realize, because I just don't watch news. I just don't have time for that stress in my life.
There you guys go. It's up on the basscast.com right now.
Now, we're just speculating. I don't have an inside source saying, but most of the time when somebody releases something and says, we can't talk about it, it means, well, legally, HIPAA won't let us talk about it. And I work for a medical company, so I know this to be true. But, hope all those guys are well, of course. And,
yes, definitely.
Too. But that's I just seen it today. I had my daughter who's pregnant, 7-8 weeks pregnant right now, who said that her supervisor just tested positive for COVID too. So,
wow.
Figured there would be a re-escalation of it during the summer with everybody getting out. But
guys,
hate to see it, hate to hear
it. The whole thing does suck, but I'll be honest, it's going to be like the flu pretty soon. I hate to, it's going to be,
I
2 or 3 years down the road to be like, oh, COVID. COVID. Did you get your COVID shot? Did you get your flu shot? Did you get this shot?
I know. Every year it'll be like that gun in the movies that you see. It comes up and it's a gun and there's 3 needles that come out. They just stick you in an arm.
Yes, that's pretty freaking awesome. So hopefully like you said, everything is good with the families, everything is great with them, and your health is more important than bass fishing.
It is. And I just don't want to see us take a step back, especially this winter. And I have enjoyed the summer of freedom that we had.
Yes, sir.
Summer of 01.
Yeah. It has been, to be honest, it's been a great summer. It's been a great summer here at the basscast.com. And, you've had a great summer as well, out shooting a crap ton of videos and popping out a lot of content. And
yeah, really, I'll tell you, man, something that's really surprised me, which I'm always trying to I'm always trying new things. I've got a little lake, where, I've done a lot of ledge fishing on it. It's just a small lake. But one of the things I love to do is test new baits out on it. And for me, man, the spy bait has been on fire early mornings this year.
Wow.
On the ledges for largemouth. Now, spy bait is normally a bait that they use, real big up north for smallmouth, but it has been smoking this year for the larges.
There you guys go. Little tip right there from Bass Geek.
Yep.
Guys, head on over after this podcast. Check out Bass Geek's YouTube channel. Make sure you hit the follow button. Hit the little notification bell as always. That way you're up to date on all the latest episodes. Wednesdays and Sundays. Is that correct, Bass Geek?
That is right. 5 p.m. Eastern time. And I'm Bass Geek Fishing on Facebook, Twitter. I mean, who does Twitter? Only this old guy right here.
I still have Twitter. I don't know why, but I do. It's like 1,500 followers, but we have it.
Yeah. Instagram, and now I'm doing the TikTokage. So I'm TikToking away, doing pretty good there. Up to about 1,300 subs or followers.
That's awesome.
Now got a video, man, that is almost at 200,000 views.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's awesome, dude.
Got another one that's like 45 and another one that's 35. So
that
pretty
is
good.
Awesome.
I'm just throwing out a couple a week there. So
yeah, I did something I had not done before. I was a little Gary Vaynerchuk deal, and I took a clip out of our last video with Mr. Travis Luger when he was talking about the frog.
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
And I uploaded it to TikTok as well, and it didn't do bad. It didn't do. I think like 350 people have looked at it so far, and actually I had to send it to a bunch of people. It's funny, is like I sent it to one guy, and he responded back, "I'm not interested." Okay, all right, yes, right, thank you.
Oh yeah.
So I mean, it's something about for us. It really is. It's funny that you would think videos like yours would be, or for us, we do a lot of weigh-ins. So it'd be like, seeing Bass Geek holding up some big old bass, thousands of views. Nope. Fish dumps do really well for us. I'm not sure what it is. It's picking the right music, picking the right date, and a big old thing, watching them put bass from one bucket, the sink, into a thing. We're talking 14, 4, 5, 10, 15, 25,000 views. And I'm like,
wow,
I don't understand. Whatever, it doesn't matter. I just thank everyone for hitting us all up on Instagram, like Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, like you said, and TikTok. So we appreciate you guys as well. Also, Rumble. If you guys have not had the opportunity to check out Rumble, that is where all of our podcast videos are located, and the ones that we embed into the website as well, outdoorobsessionsradio.com. Hey, a little quick announcement about that before we get into tonight's show. We're looking for more shows. We would like to have 2 more shows. I like to have a hunting show and a deep sea fishing show. So, for you guys who hunt, which is right around the corner, everybody's already planning this and planting that and watering this and watering that. And I don't know anything about hunting whatsoever. You just take a gun and kill something. That's all I know. It tastes pretty good. I can tell you that much. But there is a skill, and there, a lot of people love it. So we'd love to have, get one of you guys or talk to someone who be interested in being a part of Outdoor Sessions Radio. So even if you got an existing podcast, you just started a week ago, like I DM'd a guy the other day who had started a sports show 2 weeks ago. So, I mean, you never know what you're going to find and who you're going to meet. So, all right, guys, I want to talk to you guys about something really cool. We had brought this up a week ago, a brand new sponsor to Basscast Radio. Riverwise Fishing, guys. I will have a box, and it's going to be delivered. I just hit him up, and he responded back and within the next day. But we're going to do a video opening and talk about everything that he has sent us and what we're going to be giving away right here on this show.
Nice.
Riverwise Fishing, your source for quality fishing gear. We offer your favorite baits in your go-to colors, such as sexy shad and green pumpkin, but have added some unique, effective patterns such as spring fling, pumpkin spice, and bullfrog. Speaking of frogs, our signature 3-inch micro frog has been the most productive and versatile baits in the lineup, guys. Definitely a fan favorite. When it comes to sun protection and being comfortable on the water, check out our line of apparel for anything from performance shirts to neck gaiters to beat the heat. Check us out at check them out, guys, at riverwisefishing.com. Guys, thank you to Riverwise Fishing for sponsoring Basscast Radio. And head on over, check them out. And like I said, I can't wait to get the products in our hands here at the basscast.com. So I'm going to make that announcement. Thank you to them. If you haven't checked out their Instagram page, I'm going to throw it up here really quick. He's got some very unique stuff. He just messaged me, but there is their Instagram page. Some of their products that they have. There you guys go. Again, River/Wise Fishing. Follow them today, and make sure you guys go hit the follow button. All right, guys, tonight is a very, very special episode. They're all very special episodes, but tonight we have AOY Bassmaster 2021, Mr. Seth Feider. The Fighter Man is going to be on. I have some submitted questions that we're going to be asking him. And we're just gonna talk. And I know he's been on tour. Something about winning AOY. I mean, it really is. I mean, something. I mean, it's like, talk to the Bassmaster Classic winner. Okay, it kind of dies off a little bit. Maybe it might last for a week or two. But Seth probably hadn't been home in like a month, just touring the world. I mean,
AOY is to me, that means you are the best angler in the world.
Yeah.
Period. You're the best.
And he has won, I mean, we've had him on Basscast Radio before, and he's an awesome guy. He fishes his butt off. Mm-hmm. And I mean, here you guys go. The list just says it all. He's only fished 89 tournaments. He's had 4 classic appearances. He's had 68 times in the money. He's finished first place 3 times, second place 3 times, third place 2 times, 19 top 10 finishes, 38 top 20 finishes, and 52 top 30 finishes. Did I say 20? Yeah. And his career earnings so far, $889,518. So that's about 10,000. It's more than that, but what is it? 89. I don't know. I'll do the math later. Either way, it's pretty freaking awesome. So, and I was like, do you want to do the math now? Nah. But yeah, so he's had an awesome career so far. And we're very, very excited to have him on and talk to him about the season and his thoughts on 2022. And, like you said, Bass Geek, this is something, never take away. You'll always be announced Bassmaster Angler of the Year as long as he fishes with Bassmaster, which we hope is forever. And you wonder, I don't think for Seth, but I wonder if a lot of anglers be like, what am I going to do next year? I mean, besides win a Bassmaster.
Well, he's still
Classic.
got some boxes to check off. He's still got the Classic.
He still does. That is very true.
He's still the one thing that I noticed you didn't say in there, he don't have the dub yet.
Oh, yeah.
So he's got he's going to want one of those big, pretty blue trophies.
That is true.
But listen, I don't know how you could say any of those would be better than what he accomplished this year. I think that is heads and tails above any of those accomplishments.
Yes.
AOY is it may not be as shiny, the shiny, flashy, thing that the Classic is, but anybody that really is a true fan of the sport knows that means you're the best, dude. You're the best.
I mean, yeah, like you said, I mean, it's something that will never be taken away from him. Everybody, you'll always hear it. I mean, I don't know. It's pretty freaking awesome. And, it's glad that we're a part of that. And like I said, I've interviewed him 2 or 3 times in the past. I think I've interviewed him about after every freaking victory he's had. I mean, I've interviewed him in the truck, moving stuff. I mean, he's always taken the time to talk to us. And so we really, really appreciate that. So without me rambling anymore, guys, we're going to be right back with Mr. Seth Feider. All right, guys, we are back with 2021 Bassmaster Angler of the Year, Mr. Seth Feider. And as you guys can tell who are watching the video, he's eating dinner. Thank you for taking time out and talking with us, man. Really appreciate it, brother.
Thanks for having me. Having me on.
How did Zona go today, man?
Caught fish. Got a show shot.
What's that?
I said we caught some fish and got a show shot.
Heck yeah. Here you go. Nothing like being on the Zona show, man.
Oh yeah, it was fun.
Awesome. So has it kind of settled in yet, AOY?
Yeah, it sunk in a little while ago. Not right away, but a few days later.
Did you sleep with the trophy?
I haven't. I'm drinking a couple whiskey shots out of it, but I've not slept.
Yes.
All right. So we got a couple questions for you. I know Baskey's got a couple questions for you as well. And let's start off with the first question. What was the toughest tournament for you the past year and why?
Probably Pickwick, just because the lake came up like, I forget what it was, 3 or 6 feet or something in between practice and the tournament. So I'm just kind of had to start over from scratch. I didn't mind that. It was it's good in the lake.
All right, brother. Thanks for coming on with us. And we'll go back to our first question, man. What was the toughest tournament for you this past year and why?
I would say it was a pick event just because it was basically a new lake between practice and the tournament. It came up right. I think it was 6 feet. I don't remember exactly, but it was a lot, enough to where everything you found in practice was washed out. And I know everywhere I caught him in the tournament was dry land. So it's just a little bit of an adjustment period, but it was a cool tournament.
What can I do to make this mistake?
What was your biggest takeaway from that event?
It's like, I thought it was a cool fishing tournament basically with no practice.
Okay. That's pretty cool. Do you think you do better without, without the practice, or do you think mentally wise?
No, I just think it was, I'm not saying I don't want to practice for a tournament. I'm just saying like nobody really got any practice, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which was really cool because it came up and they gave me a lot of confidence in just being able to wing it and make adjustments on the fly and whatnot. Honestly, I think I wish the tournament would have not came up because I think we were going to catch them really, really good. I was on some good fish, but I think a lot of people were. But it was cool. Curve made some good adjustments pretty early on in the day and ended up catching some good fish. I think it was one of my worst tournaments, but I had fun doing it.
All right, second question, and it actually comes off of what you just said there. What is, when you're making that decision on the water, when things are not going Seth Feider's way and you're having a rough day, what is your decision process? I mean, you go back to your strengths or?
Yeah. I mean, you got to go to what you know. I mean, if you got to scrap everything, I'm definitely going to you know, if I'm largemouth fishing, I'm probably going to go flipping, whether it's docks or lay downs or whatever. It'd probably fish shallow. It's just easier to get on something versus I'm not going to like just start idling in the middle of a tournament, you know?
Yeah, just start drafting.
When you get on so the next question then leading up to that one, which is when you get onto a spot that you know has fish during practice, but you can't get them to bite, how long do you continue to work the area before pulling the plug and moving on?
Hard to say. I'll probably try, you know, a handful of different things. You know, get a reaction bite or something real finessey, and if I can't get them after that, I'm moving. I just kind of just look for dumb ones.
I like the dumb ones. I like
every lake. I don't care what lake you're on. There's 5 dumb ones.
I'll take 5 dumb ones. Yeah, I'll take 5 dumb ones every
me
day.
too, every time. Yeah,
5
they don't weigh them on IQ.
5 dumb ones that cashes a check. That's the main thing.
Yep.
So what if you were to go blind and fish a tournament right now, not blind, but I mean, you know, just like you said, Pickwick, there was no practice. What rods are sitting on top for you, man? What do you got rigged up each and every time Seth goes out fishing?
I mean, that was a pre-spawn tournament, and I had been catching them on a chatterbait in practice, so I had that stuff tied on, but I knew what happened with the water and stuff, so I tied on, you know, spinner bait, a couple flipping sticks, and probably too early to swim jig, but definitely had some shallow crankbaits on as well too, but ended up catching them all pretty much flipping bushes. So
looking ahead to the 2022 season, where do you hope the TBA tournament will be, and where do you hope it isn't?
I'm kind of hoping it's on like Potomac River, Chesapeake Bay, just because I think the week that we're going, those will be the best places in the country to be.
And where do you hope it's not?
I don't know. Anywhere down south after May is pretty well shot. So
yes.
Yeah.
There could be a lot of them.
Go ahead, Bass Geek. That's my questions. I got some more, but
man, I'm just going to ask you. So, what does it feel like? You know, I know the Bassmaster Classics, the big shiny, you know, diamond on top of the gold ring. But what does it feel like to be the best in the world? Because that's what AOY says. AOY says to me, man, you're the best. How does it feel to accomplish that goal?
Pretty damn good. I don't know how else to put it. I mean,
exactly, man.
It feels good, man. Yeah, feels damn good.
And I mean, you had a really good season. I mean, you were right there all year long. When did when did you really know it was yours?
I didn't until the end, but I'd say after Neely Henry, I think I had a real good tournament there, and I think I was leading the points, and that was like the first tournament all year that Patrick Walters didn't catch him in. So I got a little cushion at that point, and then we just had one tournament left down south and then 2 up north, and figured if I could get through Guntersville, I'd be sitting pretty good going into Champlain and St. Lawrence. But I didn't even think it was mine even at the first day on the St. Lawrence River that left off. So
you made some good adjustments in the Guntersville tournament. I watched that live.
Yeah,
you made some good adjustments to come out with some with a nice finish, good points in that tournament.
Yeah, that was a fun tournament.
Yeah.
Got to flip grass the whole time instead of ledge fish.
Yeah,
I was pretty jacked about that.
So looking back on your season, Seth, if there was one event that you would like to redo, what event would that be and why?
I don't think I'm gonna redo any of them.
Okay.
Probably finished worse than I did. So I mean, maybe Guntersville. I feel like I left a little on the table at Guntersville because the bites to finish quite a bit better. But I mean, you never know. If you redo it, you might end up 80th place, and
Right.
Yeah.
Might not win the deal, so I'm not going to do any of them over. But Gunnersville, I probably got the most regret about, just 'cause I didn't fish very clean, and I fished real clean the rest of the year.
That's cool. Your top baits for 2021, man, helped you win this AOY.
Got a lot of fish on a jackhammer, a lot of fish on a Outcast Tackle swim jig, and an Outcast Tackle Stealth Fighter jig. Got quite a few fish flipping a tube. And then I really didn't do much other than I caught some fish on a default slim, but other than that, maybe a little bit of smallmouth stuff, a little bit of hair jig, drop shot stuff, but other than that, yeah, I mean, a swim jig, a flipping jig, a tube, and the chatterbait was pretty much what I did most of my damage with all year on.
That's awesome. Looking back at your career now, did you think, I mean, how many you've been in your seasons? How many, like 4 or 5 seasons already that you've been in the elite season?
6 seasons.
6. Did you think in your 6 seasons that you would be AOY? I mean, it's pretty fast. I mean, a lot of people,
no, I never really thought I would be AOY. Never even really was a goal of mine until about halfway through this year.
Dang, Seth.
What
I
boxes?
Never felt like I was that caliber of angler, you know what I mean?
Oh,
like, I figured maybe I could win a tournament up north or something like that if we went to a Champlain or a Cayuga or something like that. I feel like I could win one, but never been consistent enough to really think about AOI. You know what I mean? I'd usually have a handful of bombs each year, and
right.
It's never really crossed my mind,
So that being said, how much do you feel like you've really grown? I mean, do you have the confidence now, like you said on those southern lakes earlier in the year? You feel better. You feel. I mean, you've got to feel like a more complete angler after winning an AOY. But what is it that maybe that when was that moment when you said, holy shit, I'm good. I'm getting better at everything.
A lot of that stuff down south is just time on the water. The first couple of years you go down there, it's all new to you. And, now that I've been going down there quite a few years, just feel more comfortable and a little more confident down there. And then I've worked on like my winding game. It was pretty weak when I started, and I spent a lot of time trying to get better with crankbaits and chatterbaits, stuff like that. Because I was pretty much a worm and jig fisherman before that. Didn't do kind of avoided winding. And I made a conscious effort to do that a lot more, and have a crankbait on the deck at every tournament, no matter where we go. And it's just starting to kind of pay off more.
That really surprises me. That your winding game, was kind of your weak spot, especially being. Because from up north, I mean, there's a lot of grass in a lot of the lakes up there. So
I'm always flipping it though,
throwing
a jig or Texas rig in.
See, man, you're born for southern fishing. Then if you just flipping it,
I mean, that's what we do around the house. Our grass, to the surface and 8-10 feet of water. Obviously, in the spring, there's a little bit of a winding bite, in the shallow grass and stuff. But most of it's just daubing.
Going into the 2021 season, was there a mind change for Seth Feider? I mean, things have changed for you. You got kids now. Life's changed around the house. Lots changed in the 6 years since this will be your 6 years started. So, I mean, was there a mind change for you?
I mean, a little bit. I've had kids for sure, a big one there, and then for some reason I don't know what it was. I felt a lot more confident going into this year with my fishing abilities. Can't really put my finger on what it was, but I felt like I was going to have a pretty good year before it started.
So what does Seth do before each tournament, man? What do you, how's your prep, man? I know everybody does go pre-fish, et cetera, but is there something else that Seth Feider does that's just a little bit special?
I mean, not really. I make sure I get good string on all my rods, and my hooks are sharp, and everything's tied. And I'll usually tie up a bunch of stuff that I'm not planning on using, but I could, see using if I got to call an audible. So I'm ready to switch gears if I got to, and that's about it.
Do you think being more diverse, I guess it would be, being more diverse this year and learning more, techniques and all that helped, get you where you are now, the AOY. So
absolutely.
Definitely the time on the water, man. Guys, we are talking to AOY, Mr. Seth Feider. Again, brother, thank you for coming on. Thank you for talking with us tonight. Thank you for taking time out of dinner. So thank you. So what, AOY, it's in the books, looking ahead, man. It's like, like Baskey said, it's built up a lot of confidence. Me and you have spoken in the past many different times after each event. And, dude, I think you're awesome as crap, man. Your personality is awesome.
Appreciate it.
It's something about you, you're relatable. You're just like the normal 9-to-5 guy here in Central Virginia, where I'm from, and that's where Baskey's from too. Well, he's bound Tennessee way, but you're really, really relatable to just a regular weekend angler. Just it kicks ass.
Yeah, I mean that's where I started. Just worked my way up. So same guy at the club derbies at Wednesday night.
There you go.
There you go.
So what do you? What boxes? You got the AOY, AOY check. What boxes next year do you want to check off now? What's your goals?
I mean, the classic wins have always been the dream. That's and then I like to win a regular seasonal Elite Series tournament. I've won a couple of those AOI tournaments, but they're not full field 4-day deal. I'd like to win one of those, and the classics. My goal.
Yeah. What event do you see, regular season event next year? Which one are you eyeballing, saying that event's my best shot?
Oh, I don't know. I don't really see one on there like that. But a lot of your best tournaments aren't the ones you think. If a Champlain or a Cayuga ever comes up, those would be the ones I'd be drooling over. But you never know. I mean, a guy you could win one, you think you're gonna do terrible at. This year when the season started, I thought Sabine River and St. John's would be my worst two tournaments, and they ended up being my best two. So, I mean that's just how fishing goes.
Sometimes you go in with no or low expectations and kind of a clean mind, and it helps you fish a lot better, a lot cleaner. You're fishing that second, that day, that moment. So
talking about that river fishing, is that something, how much of that do you do up north? I mean, is it something you've had to actually go out to learn as well?
You said tidal rivers or rivers?
The river fishing. Well, tidal, that's what they are.
A little bit of river on river up in my house, but as far as tidal, got none of that around my house.
What do you think helped you do really well on those events?
Oh, a little bit of luck and the right mindset, I guess. Like Florida, I really slowed down, and Sabine, I just flat out got lucky. I don't know what to tell you.
It's not always luck, man. You got some skills, brother. Don't even take that away from yourself, man. You got
I'm smart enough to know lucky stuff happens.
That
is true. Luck involved. I don't care what anyone says.
I agree. I agree.
Guys get luckier more than others. But,
I agree.
That stuff happens for no reason,
All right, Seth, I got one more question. Let Baskey ask one more question. I'll let you go eat. What do you think that you learned the most in 2020 to 2021 that you can take into 2022? Looking back now,
just to trust my gut, versus trying to do what should be the deal when we go somewhere. Every place you go, it's this week on the calendar. and history tells you, oh, every tournament's been won doing this time of year on this place.
Mm-hmm.
Shutting all that off and just, you know, fishing what looks good and what feels right versus, you know, what in theory should be the deal.
Yeah.
I like that.
So my question is, where you eating? Is it any good? What are you eating? And tell his owner to save me about it if it's worth a damn.
Yeah. Now we're at the hotel we're staying at in the restaurant there.
Oh,
I
cool.
got a custom ordered double-decker BLT, and it's
Nice.
first couple bites were delicious.
All right, man. Well, we appreciate you being on. I can't wait to tell all my YouTube peeps that I got to talk to Mr. Feider. They're gonna blow us. So appreciate you.
Thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
Thank you, brother. Thanks for coming on, and we'll talk to you really soon.
Yeah.
Be safe.
Sounds good. See you, boys.
Bye.
See you, man.
All right, guys. We appreciate Mr. Seth Feider coming on and talking with us tonight. Congratulations to him again, AOY 2021 champion, something that he can never take away. And you guys see, he doesn't really care. It's whenever, wherever, and he's willing to answer our questions. So thank you for him. Guys, don't forget our sponsor, Riverwise Fishing, your source for quality fishing gear. We offer your favorite baits in your go-to colors such as sexy shad and green pumpkin, but have added some unique, effective patterns such as spring fling, pumpkin spice, and bullfrog. Speaking of frogs, our signature 3-inch micro frog has been the most productive and versatile bait in their lineup, guys. Definitely a fan favorite. When it comes to sun protection and being comfortable on the water, check out our line of apparel for anything from performance shirts to neck gaiters to beat the heat. Check out riverwisefishing.com. Guys, he does have some unique baits, and I don't have a photo here. Hopefully he'll send me some, because he's got some wackies that he kind of pours that are it's like, I don't even know how to explain, but they're freaking cool as crap. So I can't wait to get them and see them myself. And he's got some very unique stuff, and we're glad to have them as a part of our sponsors for Basscast Radio. Guys, as always, don't forget Rumble. Let me hold it up. Rumble. You guys can go check out all of our shows right there and past shows since we started doing this Zoom deal. Bass Geek, thank you for coming on. Thank you for being a part. As always, thank you for taking time out of your job. Guys, we're going to wrap this thing up. Make sure you're following Bass Geek on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok. And as always, follow thebasscast.com. And like I said, we're on the same Instagram. I think it's Basscast News on Twitter. But it's thebasscast.com on everything else. Thank you to everyone. We're sitting at 19.3, and I want to be at 20 soon. This is driving me crazy. I want 20 on Instagram. Please, please, please. Just hit the share button. Have a great night, everyone. And we'll talk to you guys next week. Be safe out on the water as always. And don't forget to wear your life jackets.
You've been listening to Basscast Radio, the best in local and national bass fishing news. To listen to more episodes, check us out on all the podcasting networks. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, thebasscast.com, and Basscast News.